What's up, guys? Brandon and Jeremy here from friendofrc.com, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Team Associated B4.1 Factory Team Kit. I think that's all the words that are included in the title. So this comes as a kit. Obviously, it's pre-built here. It'd be a pretty lame review if we just showed you a pile of parts. So as with all of our reviews, we go through the technical, the cost of operation, durability, fun factor, value, and will we buy it again? And of course, performance. So to start with the technical, I let my guy Brandon get going with that as I take off the shell and kind of give you a close-up look at what's inside.
Well, this is the good old RC10. This is the 4th generation of the buggy, so you get Team Associated's excellent engineering and track experience. This being the factory team version, we get a lot of upgraded parts. We'll get the anodized links here, which I believe are titanium as well. All the fancy aluminum hardware. You get aluminum rear axle carriers. You're going to get the aluminum motor plate with heatsink built in, the carbon fiber battery strap, all the little things that add up to give you a lighter truck that's more nimble, more rigid, and just more reliable on the track. This one has everything you need to perform at the top of your class.
And with this one, from the technical standpoint in terms of like how we run it, we've got it set to basically stock spec. So you've got the SXX LRP ESC and the, I believe, X12 motor. And we've got a Spectrum receiver and everything like that in here. But as you can see, there's not a heck of a lot going on inside here. But, you know, as a kit build, not bad. Obviously, Team Associated's engineered this so many times over and over again. I heard anecdotally somewhere it costs them like less than $20 to actually produce this kit now. So it's cool. I mean, from a technical standpoint, I think even though the price is a lot more than 20 bucks, there's a lot of value there, which leads us into the cost of operation. And I'll say generally it's pretty cheap. You're not going to use this thing as a basher. It's just
no, yeah, not at all.
There's really no capability unless you enjoy bashing on gravel and or concrete. If you do, then I suppose you could. The cost of operation, that's also a benefit of all the years of engineering. It's very cheap. If you stay away from the factory team stuff, it's very cheap. I'll say that. You know, you look at a simple like servo mount, the standard one, $3.
Yeah.
Factory team, 15 bucks. And they both have exactly the same function, and one just has bling. So
yeah, right.
To qualify, if you're just buying the stock stuff, cost of operation, great. Durability, great. And I think it's kind of a function of its limit, right? Its limitations. It's not like this thing's set up to run on a 3S LiPo. It's not a basher. Like, you're gonna break some stuff, but it's not like you're having high-speed collisions.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not going to take this thing off giant jumps. The only thing you'll be jumping is a track. It's so light and small, it only needs a little bit of power, and all that adds up to less power to hurt itself. You know, you don't have a lot of power to begin with. Less chance of you hurting.
Got to remember, force equals mass times acceleration for you first-year physics students. And there's not much mass, and there's not much acceleration here. So when it runs into stuff, there's not a lot of force, and that's what, you know, that force transfer is what's going to break things for you. And if you do break them, like I said, if you stick with the general stuff,
stock pieces.
Yeah, the stock piece is very, very affordable.
And either way, it's Team Associated. Every hobby shop in the United States is going to have the part you need.
Yeah, and you also have a huge selection of like wheels and rims. Like you see, we have J concepts on here. People at the track actually really, these rims are really popular. But overall, pretty cheap. In terms of like the ESC motor, if you're not running stock spec, it's a lot more affordable. The stock spec stuff is a little pricey, but that's kind of a choice, not a necessity.
Yeah, it depends what class you're going to be running in. You're running the box stock class, it's going to be extremely cheap to keep it running. Probably, I'd argue, maybe the cheapest class to stay in.
No doubt. Now, for fun factor, gets sort of like, obviously it's a subjective thing. For me, fun factor is nil almost. I mean, I'm not into racing. I think if I was into racing, the technical aspects of racing, it's great because you've got a known entity here, and it really comes down to the driver. And if you get into that, like you're really into your skill as a driver, then that's cool. But I like to bash, and if I race, I just like to call it racing, but I'm really just bashing into stuff anyway. So like,
sure.
A two-wheel drive buggy, not just Team Associated, but in general, two-wheel drive buggy doesn't appeal to me.
Yeah, I would kind of agree. You got to be the kind of person that's out there trying to shave tenths of seconds off your lap times to really enjoy this, what it was made for. If you're just someone that wants to go to the track casually, bash around on it, see how you do against everyone else, you may not want one of these. It'd be a really niche product, but I enjoy it. When it's on the track, it's a ton of fun. Off the track, you're really going to be trying to look for places to drive it that keep your interest.
Right, and in terms of value, that kind of piggybacks off cost too. I mean, when you look at how it's engineered, like it is truly engineered to run a 2S LiPo. Like you can't put anything bigger in here. I mean, you just, the way the area for the servo is as small as it can get. And so because of that, it's just very inexpensive. So I'll still say you get a lot of value. Like you get, if you like racing, I don't know why you'd run any other two-wheel drive buggy, honestly, at our local track. That's honestly all I really see out there.
Yeah, you see tons of these things because I think of, brand loyalty. People have been with Team Associates since the beginning, and parts support is so great that you can be at your local track. You can push the limit, trying to get those tenths of seconds off your time, break something, and not be shot for the day.
Yeah, which takes us to the performance side, and this is one thing I'll say. Like we did run it in a race setting, and it performs really well. Like you can do a lot of things with the wing and the way you have your shock set up. It has the threaded shocks. So it performs very well for exactly what it's intended to do.
Right. Yep. It's exactly. I mean, it's I'm sorry. This is the fourth generation of them trying to perfect the two-wheel drive buggy on a track scenario, not for bashing. So that's really the deal breaker.
And then to bring it home, as usual, we always say, will we buy it again? And for me, obviously, the answer is no way. This is I believe, one of the first kit builds that I did. I was more interested in like, hey, what's a cheap kit that's really popular? I got into it, built it, and then I was kind of like, I don't know, super underwhelmed.
Yeah, what do you do now?
Yeah, I'm like, all right, this kit's built. I'm going to go to the track and like zip around a little bit. It just didn't appeal to me. So I would definitely pass on this the second time around.
Yeah, same here. I don't go to the track enough to get the full enjoyment out of, throwing so much money into a nice kit. Now, it's a great kit. If you're going to the track more than bashing, great, but for me, no, I wouldn't do it again.
Yeah, that's a good point to qualify. Like, if I were a racer, I'd probably buy this kit. And I'd probably buy it. If I were a racer, I would have bought this kit and I would have bought it again. Me personally, it just doesn't appeal to me. I don't care to be at the track unless I'm just having fun. And the technical side of RC doesn't appeal to me in terms of race skill and that. But if you have any questions about this Team Associated B4.1, please post them up on down below. Shoot on over to our website at friendofrc.com or join the conversation at rcnightmare.com. Thanks and have a great day.
See you guys.